This is going to be a very short video. I'm going to we're going to install the fuel rail. I'm going to keep the OEM, and also I'm going to keep the OEM injectors. The reason is I'm going to spend so much money on the adapters that's going to allow me to install this engine into my BMW, that I don't want to keep spending money in anything else until I know how the car runs, see what I need, and then go from there. I guess the only exception I'm gonna make is the intake, which I could use the OEM one, but as you see, it's gonna be so pretty. I don't want to put all that stuff on top of the engine. There's the turbo on the other side, so it's gonna be kind of messy. So I'll let the intake be on this side. I'm gonna spend not buying the expensive ones. I'm gonna buy the $100 one. Do whatever I gotta do. So for now, I'm gonna get the injectors, and I am removing the O-rings, and I'm getting the O-rings. The came with the chromatic kit, and we're gonna put it in here, then put everything in the engine. So I saved you from the cleaning part. I removed from those ones already, and the chromatic kit only send the bottom ones, which are the ones that get burnt, right? Because those are the ones that gets harder faster, because they get closer to the engine and close to the explosions and all that stuff. So here are the new ones I already put on this guy. Those are the old ones, so we have 3, 6, and then we just hold one side and push the other ones. Those are the OEM injectors. There's nothing new in here. Ideally, I should change all those things here, or at least the top one too. But anyway, so I have the 6 injectors, and I have my fuel rail, which is clean. So let's put this in the engine. So let's just start putting the injectors, then we're gonna put that in the engine. Yeah, it's a little messy, I know. So we're gonna get the injectors and start pushing them in the rail, which is hard. I'm gonna do my best here. Wiggle, 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 and wiggle until it goes. So now we have all of them in here. Now we're gonna go to the car. It's not a car yet. Alright, so we have the 3 bolts here with the spacers. I'm gonna grab only the spacers, put the bar in here. So when I put the bar in there, of course I dropped something. At least I didn't lose this time. Okay, so now we gotta sort of put the spacers. Oh, I put it wrong. So the spacers in there before I push it, because we won't be able to do that after. Alright, that one. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put the bolt on so I don't lose it. Not lose the bolt. Well, put the bolt in there so it keeps the position of the injectors, and then I'm gonna start tightening the bolts, and they should slip right in. It is a 12, so with a 12 millimeter. I'm just zapping these guys. And I'm gonna be sure, yeah, they're all in. So you don't need to work to push or anything. Just need to be sure you don't put more, torque this more than it's supposed to, so we don't break the spacers. So this is the fuel pipe support, and it's a 10 foot-pound. I can hear the injectors going in. So my torque wrench is not strong. So that's why I was able to do that and not reach 10 foot-pounds. So don't use a torque wrench if it's too powerful. Yep, now we got there. Got here. Got there. So just gonna be sure. Alright, one more thing now is we're gonna install the fuel inlet pipe. This was cut from the person that I bought it. Probably they bought from the junkyard or something, and that was cut. So I'll need to, when time comes, go to the people that made my oil feed for the turbo on my Mitsubishi Eclipse. They made it for me, so I'm gonna give them this piece here, tell them how long I need and all that stuff, and they can make this for me. And also a good split, so I can get the fuel pressure regulator properly done. So it's gonna be a thing. So in here, what I need to do first is we need to put this in here, so it goes like that, right? And this guy goes in there. But before I put this here, a little washer that goes on the fuel rail, then this here, and then this is like I read about that the other day. It's not a fuel pressure or anything. It's just a stabilizer, stabilize the pressure in here. It's ugly as hell. There's some people that sell this here, a nicer version of it, and this goes right in here. There are two bolts. They're like NASA bolts. Look at that. It's kind of solid, and I don't know, it's just weird. Usually bolts have threads all the way to the end. This ones, they don't. So alright, so this must be a 12 millimeter. Let me go grab the 12 millimeter. And this also goes up here to keep it steady. Let me get a 12 millimeter. We gotta torque this at 30 foot-pound. Nice. Just be sure. This here usually is not a lot, so I'm just gonna tighten that enough so it doesn't fall off with the engine vibration and all that stuff. I got the smallest wrench I had, so this is going to be like, yeah, there you go. Don't need to tie too much because it's going to get stripped. So now the last thing. So this here, it's greater than 21 millimeter, but I never have those, so it's incredible. I have 21 and that's it. So this one, just tight enough, and that's gonna be it. There's no torque for that. Our setup is ready. So we have the injectors. This thing here, I think it's gonna work for now. The fuel pressure regulator itself, it sits somewhere else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out when time comes and figure something out. If you see on my Mitsubishi Eclipse, I got, so this is the fuel input. Where is it? Oh, it's down there. I don't know if you can see. It's right down here. So what I did was I cut the line between there and the back of the car. I cut that line and, oh, right there. And I split that and took the other part to the fuel pressure regulator. So it comes from the car and goes straight there, and some fuel gets out of here. When the pressure gets in excess of whatever I decide in here, it returns from here, returns to the back of the car. So I'm gonna use the same principle in there, but instead of tapping from here, which is the input, in this case would be here, I'm gonna tap from here. So I'm gonna see if they can make something like this, but two hoses. I keep thinking about tube. It's not tube, it's a hose. So there's one hose that comes, and then maybe there are two in here, one that goes up and another hose that goes somewhere else. And but all of this coming from here. So this is gonna be like this, a Y. A Y. We're gonna figure it out. When I do that, it's gonna be a fuel pressure regulator install. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, consider subscribing. There's a lot happening. Mitsubishi, drift car, 2JZ, and all that stuff. I really appreciate your guys' support. Don't forget to check out my website. There's a bunch of cool stuff in there. And I'll see you on the next video.
Look past my face. See status. I mean, it's a McDonald's.